There are a diverse range of technologies used to achieve this decreased detectability. These have largely involved the reduction of several different signatures typically generated by a rotorcraft, including those of noise, radar, and infrared. The Boeing Sikorsky RAH-66 Comanche is an American stealth-armed reconnaissance and attack helicopter designed for the United States Army. During 1982, the U.S. Army initiated the Light Helicopter Experimental Program with the aim of producing a replacement for several existing rotorcraft, including the UH-1, AH-1, OH-6, and OH-58 helicopters. Then, in 1988, a formal request for proposal was issued to various manufacturers. The requirement had evolved into a battlefield reconnaissance helicopter by this time. In October 1988, the Army announced two teams, these being Boeing Sikorsky and Bell McDonnell Douglas, received contracts to further develop their concepts. In April 1991, the Army awarded the Boeing Sikorsky team a $2.8 billion contract to complete 6 prototypes. Later that month, the helicopter was officially named RAH-66. On 25 May 1995, the first Comanche prototype was formally rolled out at Sikorsky's production facility, after which it was transferred to West Palm Beach, Florida to commence flight testing activities. On 4 January 1996, the prototype Comanche, flown by test pilots Bob Gradle and Ruse Stiles, performed its 39-minute maiden flight. The first flight had been originally planned to take place during August 1995, but had been delayed by a number of structural and software problems that had been encountered. The Comanche was intended to be an advanced armed reconnaissance and attack helicopter. The Comanche was specifically tailored to the role of armed scout to replace the U.S. Army's OH-58D Kiowa Warrior, which is an upgraded version of a Vietnam War-era observation helicopter. It was both smaller and lighter than the AH-64 Apache attack helicopter that it had been intended to accompany. The RAH-66 was powered by a pair of LH-Tech T800 turboshaft engines, each capable of generating up to 1,563 horsepower. The RAH-66's fuselage was 43 feet long and composed of composite materials. It was designed to be capable of fitting more readily onto transport ships, enabling the Comanche to be more rapidly deployed to flashpoints and other rapidly developing situations. However, in the event of strategic transport assets not being available, the helicopter's ferry range of 1,200 nautical miles would have allowed it to fly itself to battlefields overseas on its own. The Comanche was furnished with a digital fly-by-wire flight control system. Each of the 2 crew members were to be provided with a pair of multifunctional LCDs in addition to the helmet integrated display and sight system. It was equipped with a single chin-mounted 20mm 3-barrel XM301 rotary cannon, which could be pointed rearwards and retracted under a fairing when not in use to decrease the helicopter's radar cross-section. In addition, the RAH-66 was capable of internally carrying a maximum of 6 AGM-114 Hellfire air-to-ground missiles or up to 12 AIM-92 Stinger air-to-air missiles, which would be evenly divided between a pair of retractable weapons pylons. Beyond storing munitions internally, the Comanche could also mount external stub wings to carry up to 8 Hellfire missiles or 16 Stinger missiles. On 23 February 2004, the U.S. Army announced that they had decided to terminate all work on the Comanche program. In an announcement on February 23, 2004, the Defense Department stunned both the Army Comanche team and Boeing Sikorsky with an announcement that it was terminating the Comanche program. This was after they had recently canceled the Army's Crusader mobile artillery system. The reasons for the cancellation include high manufacturing cost, budgy software, and increased weight than expected. That's all for today. See you in another video.